Meet the 15 strongest kids in the world. Part 1.
If you are brand new to our channel, we invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Just click on the lit red button as well as the gray bell. Why the bell? Well, it will let you know every time we post a new video.
1. Giuliano and Hoekstra. Just look at them. From Romania, Giuliano, on the left in the photo, is dubbed the world's strongest boy. If it isn't clear from looking at him, Giuliano says he loves pumping iron over the summer so that he can make a shocking appearance when he returns back to school. In 2009, he recorded in Guinness for record fastest ever 10-meter hand walk with a weighted ball between his legs. If that wasn't impressive enough, he can also hold a human flag 1 minute, 32 seconds, and do 41 muscle-ups. Father Lulian Stroh moved them to Florence by showcasing them in a show, but the plan was not a success. As a result, they moved back to Romania and are dealing scrap metal. Their plans are to move to Britain in hopes of getting more attention. Many people have called out the family for making the boys train in an unhealthy way, as the father constantly pushes them to exercise. Younger brother Claudius started following in his brother's footsteps when he was only 18 months old. While not as impressive, he can do vertical push-ups and human flags, as well as the splits in between metal rings. 2. Dylan and Jessica Best exercises 240 hours a week. Dylan and Jessica, along with their father Nick and mother Kelly, appeared on the TLC show The Strongest Family in the World. Probably a pretty good precursor to landing a spot on this list. In the documentary, it is claimed that the family trains up to 240 hours per week. Dylan routinely deadlifts 130 pounds, and when asked about it said working out is like my coffee in the morning. If I don't do it, I don't feel right. Jessica is 46 pounds and 5 years old. It is recommended they train with 1-pound weights, but she can lift up to 100 pounds. Nick is also a regular competitor on the strongman circuit, which is also where he met Kelly. When talking about his daughter, Nick said, "People think it's weird that Jessica can lift double her body weight. But she loves doing it and she isn't hurting anything." Proving that she truly is a 5-year-old. When asked her motivation for working out, Jessica said, "I wanna be like my mommy, because she's pretty and strong." Nick eats 10,000 to 15,000 calories a day, but he is far from the only one to beef up in the food department. The whole family eats constantly, including 10 dozen eggs every single week. 3. Richard Sandrak 600 push-ups, 300 squats, and 1% body fat. Richard Sandrak is from the Ukraine and began exercising at the age of 2. He is considered by many people to be the original strongest boy. By the time he was 6, he could bench press 180 pounds. When Sandrak was growing up, he would routinely work out with his father. Though I don't think anyone would blame his father if he could not keep up with Sandrak's daily regimen of 600 push-ups and 300 squats. It is no wonder he had a body fat of under 1%. Sadly, Sandrak was not the happiest child, and his study did not have time to establish friendships because he was too busy working out. Nicknamed Little Hercules, he also appeared in the documentary The World's Strongest Boy. Sandrak is now unrecognizable, working as a stuntman at Universal Studios' Waterworld show. 4. Varya Akulova started training when she was 4 days old. When Varya Akulova was born, it was clear that her parents had big plans for her. Her father Yuri and mom Larissa were both IT professional weightlifters that met each other when working in a traveling circus. Yuri started training Varya when she was 4 days old, saying in an interview, "I was determined right from the start that our tiny Varya would become the strongest girl in the entire world. I tied heavy bolts to her arms and legs, so that as she moved around in her cot she had to use her muscles." When she was 18 months she was participating in the circus. By the time she was 4 she was able to lift 56 pounds, and by 5 she was able to lift an astonishing 196 pounds. She's only moved up from there, and at 14 years old was able to lift 660 pounds. Some experts believe her strength also partially comes from special genes that were passed down through her ancestors. When talking about her life, Varya said, "People might think it strange to find I'm so strong. They probably think I should be into clothes, makeup and music, girly things like that. But I'm happy with my life. I just have to be careful around my friends, though. I pushed a boy at school who was teasing me, and he flew several yards through the air. I don't know my own strength." She continued, "I enjoy it all, the training, the traveling, the competition and the crowds. I love my life. And one day I will be an Olympic champion." 5. Kane lifted 308 pounds when he was 12. Nicknamed Little Arnie. When you get the nickname Little Arnie, how do you not get included in this list? When Kane was only 12 years old he became the strongest boy in his age bracket, when he lifted 22 stones, 308 pounds, which was more than twice his own body weight. The previous record was 236 pounds, so Kane clearly was beasting it on this day. Kyle started kickboxing at the age of 4, and by the time he was 9 was a black belt. When talking about his love of weightlifting, he said, "I just want to be as muscly as I can be. Hopefully one day I can train in the Olympics, or compete in the world's strongest man, but failing that, I'd like to be a professional bodybuilder like my dad. People may think I've been pushed into weightlifting, but I wouldn't do anything I didn't want to do. I do this because I love it. Other kids my age hang around the streets. I like to train. It feels sensational to have broken a world record. It's not something many 12-year-olds can say they've achieved. But this is just the beginning. I want to keep breaking records and setting a new world record every year if I can." At the time, Kane was able to shift 600 pounds with his legs, bench press 200 pounds and deadlift 309 pounds. 6. Cosmo Taylor, training since 11, 6.5% body fat. When it comes to bodybuilding, it's clear that there is amazing talent all over the world. In Britain, there may not be a more eye-popping young bodybuilder than Cosmo Taylor. Now 16 years old, Taylor's father and sister, who is 4 years old, are both competitive bodybuilders as well. Cosmo is just starting to get to the age where he can start entering competitions, but he said he has been training since he was 11 and has never suffered any significant injuries. When talking about people's reaction to him, Cosmo said, "Some people want to see my abs, see my arms, they think it's really cool. Some people even want me to be their personal trainer. I think it's quite funny, but they're always supportive, asking me if I've got any events coming up. There's a really good atmosphere." Taylor recently took to Instagram to show off his muscles, as well as brag about his 6.5% body fat. 7. Jake Schellenschlager, still getting jacked, can deadlift over 400 pounds. Jake Schellenschlager took inspiration from his father, a former bodybuilder, when he started hitting the gym at 11 years old. When he was 14 years old, he entered a contest in Pennsylvania, where he bench pressed 205 pounds and squatted 225 pounds, while only weighing 119 pounds. He was also able to deadlift 175 pounds at the age of 11, and now is able to deadlift over 400 pounds. When talking about his motivation, Jake said, "I keep lifting to get better and better. My goal is to keep progressing and to eventually be able to deadlift 4 times my body weight." Jake also announced on Instagram 4 weeks ago that there is currently a documentary in the works about him. 8. CJ Center sold workout DVDs, doesn't lift weights. While there are a lot of people on this list that lift weights like it's going out of style, CJ Center avoids lifting because he knows it can be dangerous for younger people. And when you consider he came under attention when he was 10 years old, back in 2011, you can definitely understand why he would be concerned. Instead, CJ has built his jaw-dropping body through eating healthy foods and other means of exercise. When talking about his diet, his dad Carlos said, "He doesn't really eat candy. I have no idea why." CJ is also known as the Workout Kid, a nickname earned after his workout routines were posted to YouTube and he began selling workout DVDs. His exercises are geared towards making working out a fun activity for kids his age. You can imagine he has good motivation for wanting to stay in shape, as he has said his goal one day is to play in the NFL.